The world-famous KROQ.
The Kevin and Bean Show.
Don't you understand?
This is Kevin and Bean. KROQ.
Good morning, Ralph. What do you got going on?
Why do you hate me?
Why do we hate you?
What are you talking about?
It's always funny to hear your hatred for these bad movies. That's
you
why.
guys keep giving me this assignment of watching the worst movies ever made.
You're
and
the
then I have
movie
to come
guy.
in and give a book report on them.
How long have you had Fireproof? How long have you had it in your possession, but hadn't gone through it yet?
I've been holding on to this for about 3 weeks. This one I've been scared of. This was like Mystery Science Theater for me. I was just kind of putting it off as long as possible.
Now, wasn't Fireproof a movie that came out a few months ago that shockingly was near the top of the box office charts for a few weeks, and none of us had ever heard it? We didn't know what it was. We didn't know who was in it. It was just like a mystery to us, right?
Dean, I'll have you know, it was the #1 inspirational movie in America.
What does that mean?
I have no idea. But that's what it says on the cover of the DVD box here.
Okay.
Well,
It made a lot of money. It was in the top 10 for a while.
Yeah.
And it turns out that Fireproof is made by a company called Sherwood Films.
Okay.
And what they do is...
Bad movies?
Yeah, but it's all Christian.
Yeah.
Christian movies.
Oh, it's
there's a
Christian
market
theme.
for that.
Yes, and Kirk Cameron stars in all of them. All of their movies, I think.
Is it his company or something?
I think he has something to do with it. And Kirk Cameron, for those of you who don't remember, played Mike Seaver on the old Growing Pains TV sitcom.
Right.
And he left that show and found Jesus. And he and his wife, Chelsea Noble, are holy rollers. And all he does now is make God movies. Makes Christian movies.
And this one is called Fireproof, and it's time for Ralph's Video Vault.
I like to call movies like this Christian porn. Because imagine, if you will, if you take a porn movie with all the acting and writing talent therein,
right,
and then you take out all the sex, and instead of the sex scenes, you put in scenes people talking about how you need to take Jesus Christ into your life as your Lord and Savior.
That's what it is.
Same movie. Same exact movie.
Wow.
The one thing this movie proves, Fireproof proves, is that Christians can't act. The cast of this movie looks like someone looked around a church and said, hey, you guys want to make a movie? I got a camera. Okay, you play the dad. You play Captain Caleb Holt, the firefighter. That's who Kirk Cameron plays in this movie. He is the captain of a firefighting squad.
Okay.
And he knows a lot about firefighting, saves a lot of lives. But he's got some problems at home in his marriage. And here is when we first meet Captain Caleb Holt. He is talking to one.
Sounds like he should be on Fastlane.
Talking to one of his firemen, and I think that they're doing this to show us that little Mike Seaver is all grown up now. He's a man, and he's a fire captain.
Here we go.
This ain't no game. You playing with people's lives.
Come on, man. Eric, he's got a right to be upset with you. You left him in a dangerous spot and tried to be a hero.
The captain, I thought I heard someone calling for help.
It was coming from outside the building.
But it was so dark. I couldn't see anything.
That's why you stay with your partner. He had no choice but to assume that something happened to you and you needed his help. You never leave your partner, especially in a fire.
You never leave your partner.
Man.
He has every right to be angry with you.
I know, that's what he sounded like.
I am the captain of this firehouse.
I am outraged.
I am very upset with you and the fact that you two guys who are under me because I am the chief, you guys are fighting. And you never leave your partner. Oh, I never leave your partner. Could this have something to some sort of oblique message about marriage? Could that be? Could it be?
Your partner.
Well, it turns out that Caleb Holt has problems at home.
Uh-oh.
He and his wife are constantly fighting. Their marriage is on the rocks. And because this is a Christian movie, the main cause is Caleb Holt keeps looking at porn on the internet. Well, that just leads to all kinds of arguments at home. And his poor wife, she feels humiliated by the fact that he not only is looking for porn on the internet,
right,
but he's saving up to buy himself a boat. What? She's very angry about that. I never quite understood why during the course of the film. But here is just one of the many fights we see in the first half of this film.
You know what? If looking at that trash is how you get fulfilled, that's fine, but I will not compete with it.
Well, I sure don't get it from you.
And you won't! Because you care more about saving for your stupid boat and pleasing yourself than you ever did about me.
Shut up! I'm sick of you! You disrespectful, ungrateful, selfish woman!
Wow.
Yeah.
He's acting his ass off. Wow.
Well, you can't call her a
Really
bitch because you can't use that kind of language in
It's
this
so
movie. So you
funny
have to call her a selfish woman.
They try to write around the fact that he's watching porn. It's like, that trash that you watch on the internet that we won't say what it is, but I know you are looking at bad things and you pleasure yourself when you think about it. So he's got to go to his dad for advice. And Dad has a plan.
I'm going to send you something in the mail.
What is it?
It's what saved our marriage.
Dad, if this is a religious thing, I'd rather you didn't.
Look at it as a gift from your father.
Ooh, a gift from your father.
Yes,
Could
which
that have a
father?
double meaning?
Interesting.
And what Dad sends him in the mail is something called the Love Dare.
Why doesn't he just hand it to him?
Because
He's right there to him.
Why does he have
Because
to
the
mail
Lord
it?
works in mysterious ways, Kevin.
All right.
And the Love Dare is a book that has 40 different things that you must do for 40 days. 40 days? 40 nights?
Right.
Significance, okay.
And you have to do these, and they're all based on verses from the Bible. Like Luke 13:19 says, "Thou shalt not raise your voice to thine wife when looking at internet porn," or something.
Really?
And so he's got to. It's all based on one a day. He's got to do these things for his wife.
Okay.
And if he follows through on this, not only will Jesus come into his heart, but he will be able to save his marriage. You see, that's the plan.
Okay.
So Caleb decides he has to do this. He has to give his heart over to Jesus, or else this isn't going to work. And so he breaks the good news to his buddy Michael, who's born again in the firehouse there, that he is also going to join the faith. And Michael is very excited.
You're really in.
I'm really in.
Because you can't be half in and say you're in. You got to be all in, brother.
I'm saying I'm all in.
Oh, Caleb, I can't believe it, man. You're my brother.
I mean, brother?
Yeah, man, you're my brother from another mother. But now we got the same father.
What?
Oh, I'll explain it to you later, man. This is awesome.
I don't understand. What do you mean that we have the same father now?
I know
It's
what
so
that
vague.
means. How
What?
can it be so
I'm
dense?
confused by your vague biblical references.
How are we brothers? We have different parents.
What?
I don't
We
get
are
it.
brothers? What does that mean, African American, when you say we are brothers? Do you mean in some African American way?
I'll explain it to you later. This is awesome.
This is awesome. So he continues on. He continues on to try to fight for his marriage, despite his wife not responding, because she hasn't found Jesus yet.
Okay.
And she finally comes across the book that his dad has sent him.
The
Love
40 Dare book or whatever it
Yes.
was? Yeah.
And things are starting to dawn on her now.
How long have you known?
I found it yesterday. So what day are you on?
43.
There's only 40.
Who says I have to stop?
Yeah.
Wow.
See?
He's in now.
making up his
committed.
own.
He is committed. He's coming up with new things to do to prove his love.
It's funny that she doesn't realize it until day 43. It must not be very impressive.
Hey, wait a minute. What's this book he's working from? Well, she gets swayed over by the power of Jesus and by his newfound commitment to their relationship.
Okay.
And she shows up at the firehouse in a teary final scene where she says, "I forgive you for looking at internet porn." and for, trash. The trash. And also for saving for a boat.
Okay.
Because he takes the money he was saving for a boat.
Yes.
And he buys her mother, who's had a stroke, a new wheelchair and a hospital bed.
Is that one of the dares?
No, he does that out of his
Oh.
newfound
I see.
Jesus-fueled love. He takes his selfish money he was raising for a boat for himself, and he buys his mother-in-law, who's been stricken with a stroke, a powered wheelchair and a new hospital bed.
Okay.
And she finds out about that, and she is just so moved by his generosity that she comes to him in the firehouse and says, I want to be saved too. How do I find Jesus?" And they have a huge make-out embrace. Now, you have to keep in mind, while they're kissing in this scene, it's shot from the back, and it's backlit, so you can't see the actress, because Kirk Cameron refused to kiss the actress who plays his wife in the movie, and they had to bring in his real wife and put a wig on her so he could kiss her.
Is that right? I
Yes.
forgot. You mentioned that at the
Because
time,
he
right?
won't kiss any other actresses other than his wife, because that's against God.
Sure.
Okay?
Okay.
And so they're making out, and Michael's looking at the window. His buddy from the fire is looking out the window, and he is thrilled because he can see the power of Jesus has brought them back together. And the rest of the guys in the firehouse are like, "Hey, what's going on?" And this is the final scene.
Hey, what are you looking at? Hey, back up. There ain't nothing to see here. Wow, what's going on? Go back to your business. Caleb's in there starting a fire. Why is he starting a fire in the It ain't that kind of fire. Go back to your business. Go, hey, put you on cleanup duty.
Yeah. Come on.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That didn't just happen.
Power of Jesus.
That did not just happen.
Couldn't Jesus have given them a little talent if he really wanted this story to be told?
The Kevin and Bean Show.
I'm sorry, I don't speak.
KROQ.
Sorry, I don't speak Guyanese.
KROQ.